Good morning, happy Sunday. This is Christy with Broken Over It, still broken over it. I just wanted to sit down. I've just kind of started throwing videos up. You guys don't even know us, don't even know anything about us whatsoever. So I figured I'd start like Sunday stuff because I don't work on Sundays. So, and I still have that body clock of waking up early. The great thing about having, I guess I have the 7 kids, but the great thing about having the 7 kids is they still sleep. They sleep in because my youngest is 11. So I'm up by myself except for the dogs and the cat and the parrot and the guinea pig. They all want my attention like now. However, but I got my coffee, and yes, I drink it in this cup thing. It's actually a coffee mug thing. But long story on why I don't use a coffee cup. When you have 5 little kids running around, they always stick in their hands or dropping stuff in your coffee or wanting to take a sip of it or knocking it over, or the Great Dane with the tail just knocking it on the carpet. At least I can save my coffee or save my carpet, and it's just become a habit now to have it in a thing. So anyway, excuse me. That being said, I'm Christy. I'm a mom of 7. I am married. I have 6 kids living at home. One actually does not live at home. He lives on his own. He's 23. So yeah, he does his thing. But that's us, basically. That's stuff. My husband can't work right now, so it's just me and my income. I do work from home. Customer service on the phone all day. Gets a little monotonous. I work 4 days a week, 10-hour days, while there's no overtime. When there's overtime, I work as much as they let us work. And it's awesome because I'm home. It's great because, kid issue, they can come in and they can talk to me in between calls or on my breaks or on my lunch. I don't have to pay gas to go to work, which is wonderful. I don't have to have work clothes. I can work in my pajamas. I can look like a troll. Oh my God, there are days my hair is all locked out and no makeup on, and I can look like absolute troll-ish. And I'm still saying, hi, how can I help you today? But with that being said, and sorry about the lighting in here. It's early morning. It's like, I don't even know, 7:30 in the morning. Everybody's still asleep, and I'm not turning on lights because lights cost electricity, and I'm not paying that. So anyway, yeah. So I do have 7 kids. I've been married for 13 years. I was married twice. This is my second marriage. My oldest is Mark. He's 26. He's autistic. He still lives at home with me. He is functioning autistic, but not functioning enough to run a house by himself. He does he does swag bucks right now, so he will help me in the house with it a little bit if I need some. But honestly, his intention with swag bucks is to buy comic books and action figures. So he's got like the mentality of a 13, 14-year-old boy. But we're working on that. He can cook. He can clean. Has to be told numerous times, hey, you can't do this like this. So him running his own house would not be okay. And I'm okay with that. I'm just, that's life. That's my house. And he's here, and that's what it is. Jacob, he's 23. We're from Florida. So I live in Gainesville, Florida. He lives in Orlando. So it's like an hour and a half south from me. He is a technician at ORMC, which is a hospital. He's actually getting ready to go to nursing school now. He moved out when he was 17 for a girl, moved in with that girl, because she went to college there. I had the full intention of, okay, go do it. I expect you to be home here soon, right? Never once came home. I think maybe he's stubborn like me, so I think it was to prove me wrong, possibly. Whatever, but we get along great. He calls his mommy every morning. When he works overnight shifts, every morning at 7 o'clock, or almost every morning at 7 o'clock, I'll get a phone call. We'll talk about his night, and we just got off the phone here just a second ago. So, Mufus, stop it. The cat is sticking his paw in the guinea pig cage, smacking the guinea pig in the face. And the guinea pig's just letting him do it. It's not vicious. It's just weird. Anyway, carrying on. So, and then I have 15-year-old twins. Chloe and Tyler, they're a boy and a girl. Chloe is like my right-hand go-to. She helps me immensely. She's very mature for 15. We live in a subdivision with a pool, and normally you have to be 16 to 18 to take somebody up to the pool by yourself, but the office is like, she's fine. She can take, the younger siblings, because they know I'm working, but they know I'm home, and they're very, very respectable. That the office knows if my kids act up to call me, because I will go on an immediate break, go up there, and they will be grounded for life. So, and she's, that responsible where, she'll take 4 kids with her and watch them, and it's okay. And Tyler, her twin, boys are a little slower. He's responsible. He's gamer boy. So anything video game, that's Tyler. That's what he does. And then we've got Alex. Alex is 13. He's just a typical 13-year-old boy. Video games, has no interest in anything except me getting him a video game that he needs, which he needs to work for. He's he'll get there. He's just a 13-year-old boy right now. I've got Christopher. He's 12. He is into video games, but he's more of my nerd. He likes to figure things out. I call him my MacGyver. He will try to fix it if it's broken. I homeschooled them all too, and the other 2 weeks ago I gave him a broken motherboard out of a broken computer to figure out the parts to the pieces and what was what, and the RAM, the motherboard, the whatever, the CPU, all that stuff. And he sat there for days taking it apart, putting it back in, he was thinking he could make it work. I knew he couldn't make it work. He was dead. But he was thinking he could make it work. And he tried and tried and tried and tried. And hey, now he knows all the parts of the inside of the computer. Yay. Homeschooling win, even though he enjoyed it. And then we've got Kira. She's 11. She's my social butterfly. She wakes up in the morning and she's like, I want to go play. Like, you got to do school. Then she does school. There's other friends in the neighborhood who are also homeschooled, so boom, she's either over there, or those little girls are over here, or they're together. It's like me and the mom know, okay, because it's like 2 streets over, but same subdivision. So she'll be like, I got them, and I'll be like, okay, I got them. They're here, or they're either sleeping here, or my girls are sleeping there. They even let Christopher sleep over there, even though he's a boy. It's because they all play like Minecraft and stuff, and it's totally okay. Which is kind of nice to have another homeschooling mom and another homeschooling family in the neighborhood. And that's my Saber behind me. She has no idea I'm talking to the camera, or she thinks I'm crazy. Whichever comes first. That's her, and that's my Great Dane sleeping there. But yeah, so excuse that. I guess I had my hand on the camera. But anyway, that's kind of us. That's what we do. I have to buy groceries for 8 people, and that's a lot. We spend about 6. Well, I do get food stamps because I am the only income, and they eat. And I make $16 an hour, but you factor in $8.32 for rent. The electric company here is absolutely crazy. It's your electric and water combined. And in the winter with my windows open, it runs $400. I've put Cree light bulbs in. I spent the money on my income tax last year. They're supposed to be really good LED. They look like sunlight, not the yellow. I unplug everything. But yeah, so electric, I always budget, even in the summer, $500 to $600 for that. I have cable, because I have to have internet, and I have to have phone, and I have to have good internet. It's not like something I can lower down. One, it's because I do customer service through it, so I have to have the speed. And 2, the calls come in through a phone line that I pay for, and unfortunately my company doesn't subsidize for that. So some do, mine does not. And then the kids are homeschooled, so they have to have access to the internet for that stuff. Mm, so, that's kind of what we do with that. And I split a cell phone plan with my sister. I mean, I'll go into all this on my budget video because I'm going to film that next. On how I did last week. Did okay. I actually took my paycheck. I paid everything I was supposed to pay. I have nothing left in my bank account. My bank account is zero. Zero. Um, but, and that's okay. I'm still working on adjusting things and whatnot. But, I am gonna start doing, I know I did that $10 grocery haul. That's a once a week thing. And that, see, I'm conflicted with that because like this week it was really, really good. There are some weeks I go and it's like I just spent $10 for stuff we're not going to use. Now, I do give it to neighbors. You know, hey, do you want this? We're not going to eat this. Or I'll redonate it so it doesn't go to waste. I mean, there was an actual, yesterday we have what's called a farm share. And that comes here. It's another food giveaway, and it's for any family. It's not, you don't have to be low income, you don't have to be whatever. You could be rich like crazy, and this truck comes through, and it's free. But they come through like 2 or 3 times a year, and I had to work yesterday, so Chloe went. My 15-year-old. She did fib, say she was 18. It's only because I couldn't go. I'm not going to miss work to go get, you know, $30 worth of groceries and miss what I can make in that day. But she went with the neighbor and they had no problem with it. You know, the neighbor explained, hey, mom's working, but they really need this food. So, and they were like, yeah, no problem. It's okay. And we got like 2 chickens, a bunch of orange juice, more so than that other video haul that I showed, a bunch of little cartons of orange juice. We got those. We got zucchini. I have so many zucchinis and I don't even have a garden. This is going to be interesting because I don't want to waste them. I love zucchini, so I think I'm gonna look up some recipes on Pinterest. They should last us to Wednesday. I might make a whole bunch of zucchini bread. It's better than not. The kids will have breakfast. Excuse me. So I have to think. I've got fresh green beans. They gave us some water. We got 2 whole chickens. So on top of those chicken leg things that we got the other day, I got 2 whole chickens. Now I told you the homeschooling parent that is a couple, that's who she went with. They're vegetarian. They got 2 whole chickens, so they gave us their 2 whole chickens, which, yes. But in turn, I had so much extra fresh veggies that I'm like, here, take some of this, you know. So it worked out. Then they handed us their canned spinach because they won't touch it. And Chloe was like, can we just throw this out? Nobody's going to eat canned spinach. I said, no, you can't throw it out. I'm going to have to suck it up and eat the canned spinach. And I'm okay with that. I like it. I prefer fresh. Obviously, I throw it in my eggs. But I have a guinea pig that I will probably try on the canned spinach. I probably won't eat it. I also have, that's a whole other video. I've got a lot of animals. But anyway, we'll get there in a second. So I'll try that with the canned spinach. But, you know, and they gave us like a bunch of canned pasta sauce. And we're not picky people. I would rather make homemade pasta sauce. But if we do, otherwise we'll get it in the jar. The canned stuff nobody really likes. Everybody says tastes funny. However, I figured I'm going to spice it up when I get food stamps and go shopping this week. I'm going to maybe use it as pizza sauce. We'll give it a shot. We'll make our own homemade pizzas. If I can throw some pizza spices in it, maybe that will work for that. So we're going to go with that for that. But yeah, and let's see, what else do I got? I'm trying not to make this too long because I'm not so hot at editing. Saber, stop. You're on camera, honey. Stop. And she goes back to doing it again. So let's see. I guess we can go into quickly. I'm just trying to do a get to know me because you don't, and then you can see why I have what I have and why I'm trying to fix what I have. But I have a lot of animals, and I know everybody following Dave Ramsey is like, do you really need the animal? Do we have a pet? A lot of you have a dog. A lot of you might have one cat. I have 6 animals. One, I'm a sucker. Sucker. Smashed right on my forehead. Sucker. But I guess it's a heart. I have not purchased. Okay, the only animal I paid money for was this one behind me, and that was $90. Go that way for a second. My oldest Mark just came out, and he's in shorts. I just told him to go back to his room. I paid money for it. It was Saber behind me. She was in, and there goes the cat. She was in, I had another cat at the time. He was an outdoor cat. We went to get some flea medicine for him. We went to Petco or PetSmart, and this was about 10 years ago. And of course, they had puppies in a cage, you know, from the Humane Society. All these other little black, and she's a pit mix, Staffordshire Terrier, something or other. She doesn't even act like one. You wouldn't even know, except by looking at her. But she was sitting in the back of the corner, shaking and terrified. And I looked at my husband, and he like yanked me away. He's like, no. And I looked at my husband again, and we're getting the flea meds, and I'm like, I can't leave her there. I mean, everybody else is going around, all these other puppies that are playing and roughhousing, and everybody's like, oh, look at that one, oh, look at that one, oh, look at that one, and nobody's looking at her. And she is just terrified. So I, of course, you know, went back and I talked to the lady, and she's just like, oh, $90. I looked at my husband, and I couldn't even tell you what that money was for. It was not to buy a dog. I can tell you that right now. And we took her home. I took her home, and we get home, and I'm going to tell you what, she played a little bit, not with us. She wouldn't even come within, I mean, I'm talking a 3-month-old puppy. She wouldn't even come around us or anything. She, you know, I could toss her a toy and she'd take it, but to come in with arm's reach of us, she wouldn't do it. And, she was, you know, I was supposed to take her back in for a checkup because it was from the Humane Society. So we took her back into the checkup. For the checkup, like 3 days later, it was, I think, because she was spayed, and they wanted to just do a quick free exam on her for that. And I was supposed to get free dog food and all this other stuff. So we took her in, and she, come to find out, she was actually rescued from a guy who was breeding them to fight them. And I guess how to train them to be mean, they do some awful things. I don't even know. But she didn't have the personality for it. So it actually messed up her head. It took her about 4 years to let us pet her and be like she's being behind me right now. She's terrified of balls. She's terrified of the broom. I mean, we've never done anything to her. Balloons, anything weird. She will now hide behind me. She'll hide behind my husband. She'll hide behind the kids. She's total family dog. But it took about 4 years of her to get into that, okay, this is my family. This is where I belong. And now she acts like a complete goofball. I let her out to go pee and poop in the yard. I don't have a fence. She goes down the steps to go outside. She's almost 10. She goes down the steps. She goes within 3 feet of the steps. She does her business, and she runs back in the house. She doesn't want nothing to do with outside. You can't put her on a leash. She's terrified of leashes. I don't know, but I figure, you know what? She's loved. She is who she is. You know, very quirky personality. That's why we have her. That's the only dog I paid for. I have my Jack Russell, who is sleeping down here next to me. I'm not waking him up because he's yippy. He was in the yard. I worked in a restaurant, and he was just kind of left in the restaurant parking lot as a puppy. Jack Russells are annoying. But of course, you know, sucker me, I can't leave this puppy outside. Oh my gosh. He's still here. He is older than her. I actually had him first. Well, I had another Akita first, but she passed away, so he was technically second. but he's 11, maybe 10 and a half, 11. I'm not quite sure. But he's been here. And then I've got my Great Dane back here. He was third or fourth if you count. Um, Basically, she wasn't a friend of mine at that point, but she's now a good friend of mine. She had rescued him from an elderly couple who kept him in a cage, fed him like 1 cup of food a day as he was growing. He was skin and bones, skin and bones. However, he's got a lot of anxiety and stuff. So she put him on Craigslist. I just happened to see that ad 5 years ago, well, 4 years ago. She was worried. She had a very young son and a younger daughter. She's obviously older than her son. And he, um, he was very hard to handle. He's very anxious, food greedy. It took me 2 weeks to handle him, but I've handled dogs all my life and stuff. So he's just here. That's it. He's not skin and bones. I'm still really good friends with the person. We're friends on Facebook and we don't live that far. So, she's, she has 2 Great Danes of her own. Just, she was trying to rescue him and it just didn't work out for her family, but he's got a good family. Well, I'm saying we're a good family, but, he's been here. He's got his forever home. So that's with that one. Then we got the cat. Last summer, a neighbor, our office in the subdivision had him up there. He was like 10 days old. I didn't want a cat. I am not a cat person. But, so she went up to the office, I think, to pay her rent or something. And she called me and she's like, I've got this 10-day-old orphan kitten. However, she had a mama cat that she was fostering with kittens in her home, plus her own cat, plus her 2 dogs. And she's like, I was like, let me see. I'll see what I can do. I'll help you out. I'll bottle feed him and, we'll take turns. Well, it worked out that he stayed here. He's still here. We bottle fed him, and then I've got lots of pictures and stuff of bottle feeding him and him growing up. He's actually a year old the end of this month. He is awful. I've got an Instagram. I'll put it up there, but if you ever I call him the devil cat. He is mean. He will come out from nowhere and attack you. We think he's playing. But he will jump on your face while you're sleeping and bite your nose and run off. It's like, really? Thanks, jerk. But we've got him. So again, another rescue. I've put my kids on limit. I don't want any rescue kitties. I will help. I will take to the Humane Society or find a foster or something. But please don't bring them in this house because they don't leave. Guinea pig, same thing. This guinea pig over here, she's ornery. She's not really ornery. We had neighbors. I'm pointing over there because they were there. They don't live there anymore, but they were like, oh, we don't want her anymore and put her in the woods. No. So of course my kids found her. Mommy, please. I was like, what's a guinea pig? That's the most expensive animal I have. Cats? Rufus, stop it. So that's who stayed up. And Devil Cat right now is messing with all my stuff I have on my coffee table. But, and then I have a macaw. She is my last rescue, per se. Another friend of mine moved from Florida. The cat is pulling my little stand for my table. And she's a trip. But she moved from Florida. She has a macaw. She got an email asking if she would take this macaw because she's a plucker. She's very stressed out. She messaged me knowing that I'm good with animals, saying, hey, will you take this bird? Even if you can just get it out of the situation it's in and work on moving it to a different home. Free. I mean, macaws are expensive. They can be, upwards of $1,000. I mean, I got the macaw, the cage, a perch, all that stuff from this house for nothing. and she really doesn't eat that much. I bought her food that's half gone about 3 months ago, and it was $45. So she doesn't. She's not expensive upkeep. She takes up a lot of space. Y'all will be seeing these animals in videos, I'm sure, like the cat just messing with my camera. But she's a trip. Um, Again, she's naked. Well, she's got feathers and she's got wings. I mean, she's got feathers on her head and feathers on her wings, and she's got her long tail feathers. Her chest, she's got a little bit of down on him. That's it. I'll put her in a future video, I'm sure. She's always climbing on me or whatnot. But she's also, I want to say, a rescue. And what I call all these animals in my house are foster fails, because they end up staying and they don't leave. No more. Um, I know in my heart I've done the right thing. Financially, it's not the right thing, because they're expensive. I mean, that guinea pig is expensive. And that's Chloe's guinea pig. I don't touch it. I call her a rodent. She's not a rodent. So anybody who has guinea pigs, yeah, you'll hear me say, go take care of your rodent. She is sweet. And actually, she's not a she. We were told by the neighbors she was a she when we picked her up out of the woods, and, oh, it's a girl, it's a this, it's a that. We just didn't want to deal with her anymore, and blah blah. Um, there was actually another neighbor that used to raise them, like when he was a kid, and he came over to trim her nails because Chloe wasn't sure how to do it, and he was like, she's not a she, she's a he. Her name's Athena. We still call her a she, and she's a boy named Athena. Uh, okay, it is what it is. Um, then the cat's Morpheus, because the Great Dane is Neo, and if you've ever watched The Matrix, that's where that is. Saber's anime. Jack, because he's Jack Russell, and I didn't know what the heck I was talking about. And Chimera is the parrot. She came with that name. Um, so I'm sure you'll see these animals in a video. Um, Definitely, I have put everybody on a strict no. Don't text me, don't call me. I don't want to see any. I will turn around. I will not go to your house. I cannot see an animal that needs help, because they don't leave my house afterwards. So, but that is pretty much that. It's just really a get to know you kind of thing. My house, my whatnot. So, I'm probably not going to edit this video. It's probably just going to be Sunday sit down. Hey, Sunday stuff. I like Sunday sit down. Um, Maybe I'll start doing this to catch up on my weeks or whatnot. I really need this to be accountable. So, to fix it, I need to stop renting. I need to own a home. I hate renting. I mean, I like it because they fix stuff, but where I live, that's a whole nother video, on fixing things. Excuse me. But with that being said, this video is 28 minutes long. If you've sat through this, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I'll definitely be trying to put up videos more consistently if I can. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you made it this far, thank you so much. It means a lot. All right. Thank you. Bye.